Hi, my name is Mary Burnett. The video you are watching features 3 individuals, Bill, Phil, and Viola. They all have developmental disability and are experiencing aging issues. Like many people in our community, they are utilizing community-based seniors activities. Some of the key themes identified in the 3 stories include seniors who have developmental disability are more similar than different. Seniors who have developmental disability have strengths and gifts to contribute to senior-based activities. Seniors who have developmental disability are best supported when community members and leaders in the senior sector and developmental disability sector come together to share ideas, strategies, and resources. We hope that these short stories will help create opportunities for people like Bill, Phil, and Viola to be welcomed into more senior-focused activities in your community.
My name is Bill Harris. I live in Grimsby. I know everybody. Everybody knows me. The people are our family in Grimsby.
He's always greeted with a smile, no matter what store you go to. So it's a small town. I think Grimsby is a perfect setting for Bill. People are always greeting him, acknowledge him. He is included in everywhere he goes in town. So that's very important to him.
Rob comes over, him and me sit together and talk about how everything is at home with his family. When I'm at the day program, him comes in, cooks.
Bill's one of our family. We take care of Bill. Bill takes care of all of us girls, my staff, myself as well. He's got a heart of gold. He helps us any way he can. And yeah, he's one of our family. Bill comes daily unless he is ill, and he'll call us just so we don't worry. And we know not to expect him. Or if there's bad weather, he won't come, but he'll call. Or if he's in a hospital, someone will call and let us know.
At church, Bill is usually the first person that shows up. I'm not sure if he has a key, but he's there to open up every door. He gets the minister's water to put at the pulpit, so he has it for the service. He makes sure that the collection plates are where they should be. He turns on some lights. He knows where everything goes, where it should be, and if he does miss a Sunday, he's very remorseful because he feels that it's his job to get the church up and running for service.
I've known Bill since 1999, when I started to come out here as the coordinator. He's been coming to our program 2 days a week. Bill loves to have fun when he's here at our program. Always involved in the card games, actively involved in exercise. He loves to talk sports with me. He just likes to have fun, and he's very social with everyone here.
I like to be independent. I look at everything like bills. I look at them. No one tells me time to pay it. I go pay it. I used to live at the institution. It's okay for other people, not for me.
Definitely when Bill first came to the church, no one had even been exposed to people with disability. But once everyone became familiar with how each other worked and reacted and interacted, then it got much better over the years, and everyone accepts him for who he is and what he brings.
Bill is so independent, and he's fiercely independent. Bill lives not far from the center, just around the corner. He chose to walk to the program. So we adapt, of course, the program in for his needs and wants. For the longest time, he walked in. He's had a couple of mishaps and falls through the years, so now we provide that transportation. We're very proud of him. You know, he lives on his own. He has for a long time with a little bit of support. He's doing very, very well. I enjoy his company very much.
I'm glad Bill finds comfort in coming here. Everyone likes him and everyone enjoys talking to him, and I think he feels at home here, and we hope he continues to feel at home here.
I'm Cindy Ernst. I am the case manager, support worker here at Viola's house with community living. She's so much fun, and she has so much to give when she is having a conversation. I just think that she's very supportive to everybody else, and I think she makes me laugh, definitely.
She's a good woman. She looks after me.
It's important to keep Viola involved in social activities and recreational activities. And with her diagnosis of dementia, onset of dementia, it's important to keep her up on community involvements and keep her current with what's going on around her. She's involved in the Day and Stay program at through the Alzheimer's Society at the John Noble Home. They go through current events and they make lunch, they play games, etc. She also keeps current with friends, so we try to keep relationships ongoing to family activities such as Christmas and Thanksgiving, birthday parties, as well as she participates in line dancing Monday evenings, and she also keeps her social relationships with girlfriends. She does ladies' luncheons, and she goes out with her very good friend Jenny, and they just do what friends do, have lunch and have drinks.
The staff have learned to just reassure Viola. We would drive her home and, just basically the verbal reassurance that she's here for the day, we're her friends, and we're going to make sure she gets home. So just, reminding her that she will get home and we will make sure she's safe while she's with us.
10 years ago, she was more of an advocate for others, and she would stand up for people. And as time has went by, she's having difficulties remembering what if she just ate, or what to do maybe with a washcloth, or even what day it is, or where she is. So she's not like that every day, but it's important that the staff stay educated and how to support Viola when she is having those days. And we get that education through the Alzheimer's Society and in-house programs that are offered through community living. Nicole would always say that we have to come out of the level where we're living and jump into where Viola's living. And I think it also helps her to maintain where she is, because nobody wants to see any more loss of skills or abilities. So.
When we work with the staff of the homes, we want to support them in educating them around how to work with the individual living with dementia. So in particular, working with Viola, it was understanding the reason for her behaviors and why she's doing the things she's doing. One of the behaviors we see is asking for food constantly. So working with the staff to come up with strategies to cope with that. Understanding that for Viola, she doesn't understand that her behaviors are repetitive, where we find them repetitive. And understanding from our perspective that all behaviors from Viola have a meaning. And so it's up to the staff to work to find that meaning and help Viola with the behavior.
What is the thing, how can staff best support you? What do they need to do? What would help you best?
Go to the meeting.
Yes, but do you need people that will allow you to say what you need to say? Will give you space, will give you time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you often say, I just need time. What kind of things do you like to do when you go out with staff?
Go for coffee.
The Alzheimer's Society really strives to work with people where they're at, looking at their personhood, working with the person, who they are and who they've become. So, you know, oftentimes staff will say, well, that's a behavior because of dementia, or that's a behavior because of the developmental disability. And to me, I don't think it really matters. We give the person the best care centered around the person, for that person, regardless of the developmental disability or the dementia that's present.
My name is Philip Carter. I live in Main Street West apartment building. I do like living there. I do.
My name is Ellen, and I'm Philip's sister. I was 7 years old when he was born, and he lived at home with us until my father died in 1985. He was always integrated in what we did as a family and became the center and the defining part of everything we did as a family.
When I first met Phil, he's a very friendly, very outgoing, he likes to get to know you kind of guy. He really likes to ask questions and get to know you on more of a personal level than more of a staff level.
He is an awesome guy. He is very kind and loves being here. He loves participating in all the programs, and he loves the socialization part of it too. He loves being with other people. Philip loves doing physical games like bocce ball, basketball. He also likes doing crafts, anything hands-on, pottery. Loves going for walks, loves doing anything with food, loves his food, and yeah.
Phil was on a medication for a long time called haloperidol, and there are some associated side effects with that medication. And Phil started displaying some of those side effects, so that's when the decision was made that long-term care would probably be a little more appropriate, given, like I said, his needs at that time.
Eventually, he went to a nursing home in Hamilton that really was dealing with people who were at the end of their lives.
I didn't like the nursing home much anymore in Kingston. I didn't like it there. I gotta move out of there.
It didn't go too well for Phil at long-term care. He, understandably, he had been with his roommates for quite a long time when he lived at Lawson, and I don't think the staff at that facility were really well versed, particularly in dealing with adults who are, have disabilities, as well as not only having a developmental disability, but also having the like presenting side effects of the medication change as well too, which were kind of compounding his behavior and his daily routine and that kind of stuff.
The staff there weren't really equipped to meet his social needs, his day-to-day needs. So we actually at Lawson, we would send a staff on a day-to-day basis to make sure that those needs are being met and that Phil's quality of life wouldn't decrease while he was there.
We stayed involved by attending meetings, yearly meetings, and as well as medication review meetings and things of that nature. We were still in contact with his sister, who was also involved with his placement at that time. And now that we do have this apartment and a couple other in the building that have 24-hour staffing, it was the right time to bring him back at that point, because we could provide the support that he really, truly needed.
The main types of supports that I offer Phil are with dealing mostly with his anxiety. The main way we do that is that I help Phil with dealing with his anxiety is just kind of putting things off, telling him, oh, don't worry about it, we'll talk about it later. We don't need to worry about that, we'll worry about it when it happens.
One thing that Lawson has implemented is we now have a training called You First Training, which is developed in conjunction with the Alzheimer's Society of Canada. And it helps our staff identify signs of dementia in our aging population and different ways that we can support those individuals in a more personalized way and ensure that they have success in their late years in life.
I think the one key thing to remember is that when they start aging, those abilities do start to diminish even more. So just being aware of that when you're providing service, that at one time they probably could do something independently and maybe now they can't, as with everybody else as well too, when they get older, that things are going to change and that you have to be aware of that and be compassionate towards that.
When working with persons or older adults with a disability of some sort, I would definitely recommend getting to know who they actually are and what they used to be, and try to focus on their abilities, what they can do, not necessarily what they cannot do. What they can do is very, very important.
I think that the most important things you can do to support someone like Phil is to accept them as they are and not expect to make significant changes in their ability or their behavior. They are who they are, and you have to accept that unconditionally.
I love working with Philip because he's that great guy, very laid back, generous guy, is willing to do whatever, very active, funny. He has a big, big heart, a very big heart. He's a great guy.
Phil has a great sense of humor, and I think that's a big part of any relationship. Whenever you're around someone, if you can laugh, then even in the tough times, it can make things a lot easier. So that's probably the biggest reason why I like working with Phil.
So as you can see, the care that these seniors received from their community has made a big difference in their quality of life. What we know is that a good quality of life for any person is largely dependent on the relationships that a person has. Friends play an important role in our lives. They are our companion, our helper, our teacher. They give us confidence and security to try new things. Friends serve as role models and help us learn about the world around us. Friends help us have a sense of belonging and much more. That's why it's important that we're all informed and do our best to help our seniors to live their lives in a community of caring, accepting people where there's great potential for friendships and all that that brings to one's life. For more information, you can go to our website at www.opad.on.ca. Thank you.